Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today is a review of the MJX x600, the long-awaited x600 hexacopter. This quadcopter, I gotta admit, it looks really badass. I gotta say that right now. Looking at it and even feeling it, it feels well built. Comparing this to, say, the there's another hexacopter out there about this size, of the WJ609 series, also known as the HJ818. This one is a much better quality quadcopter, I gotta admit. It looks and feels it. But what's important is, how does it fly? Now, a problem with the WJ609, the other hexacopter that I've reviewed, its battery was only 3.7 volt, 700 milliampere hour. It really wasn't enough power out of that battery to power all of these additional two motors sufficiently. That quadcopter was rather sluggish. MJX has overcome this, and what they've done is they've got two of those batteries pancaked in serial to produce a 7.4 volt 700 milliampere hour battery. Hopefully that will improve the flight performance of this hexacopter over its competitor, and we're going to find out. Let's just go right into flight of this quadcopter, but before we do that, let's go over the transmitter of it. Looking at it, it's the same transmitter as, say, on the MJX x400 series, x300 I believe also. All the same features. It has flipping and headless mode up here by pressing this button and holding this button down for 2 seconds. You get headless mode. It has a return to home, one key return to home right there. I got a feeling all that does is, when you're in headless mode, if you keep the quadcopter in front of you, it'll fly back toward you, only as if the quadcopter originally was in front of you. In other words, all it does is pull back on the stick. I'm pretty certain of that. Other things, this transmitter is switchable between mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, and mode 4. So if you prefer any of those different modes, this transmitter can accommodate you. And also you can adjust the reaction rate of the flip of the pitch, roll, and yaw by adjusting this button here. If it's too sluggish for you, you can increase it so it'll rapidly react by turning it clockwise. I'm going to start off in clockwise, and I'm going to start off probably in intermediate. It also has auto flipping and expert, and we're going to try to demonstrate that too. So enough talk. Let's go into a flight. I know a lot of you people out there think I talk too much, and I do. I admit it. So, but I wanted to go over the features of this hexacopter before we get into the flight. It also has an on-off button, by the way, which I really like on quadcopters and hexacopters. Okay, let's turn it on. By the way, this will be the first flight, the inaugural flight of this, so hopefully this will go well. Okay, I'm verifying I'm in mode 2. Going to intermediate. Binding, I think you got to bind it twice in this transmitter. Up, down twice, in other words, which is true. Let's go for flight. Oh, this is nice and... Let me go back to mode 1. Let's bring it down here. That's its turning rate in beginner. How would beginners fly this? Beginners would have no problem at all with this. Very stable, very smooth flyer. Let's see if I can do a hands off. There you go, Steve C. Very smooth fire. Now, the range in this thing is predicted 100 meters. I don't know if that's true or not. Bring this down close so you can see this again. Keep it in close. I always forget to keep it close, and I know that my camera is just not great for distance flying, but I want you all to see this. Again, it's really badass looking, especially in black. It's got the four front arms have blue lights on them, and the back arms have orange lights. Now again, beginners might have a problem with this, as all the blades are the same color, as you can see here, maintaining orientation. So you might have to come up with some color schemes to keep your orientation in check. But for those of you who know how to maintain orientation by movement alone, this is not a problem. Okay, I want to get my thumbnail before I go doing some acrobatic flying. Okay, I'm going to intermediate. Nice and reactive. about funnels? By the way, that 7.4 volts really does come in handy. It feels nice and responsive. Not at all like the WJ609 or the W609. This one really does move. Okay, let's try the auto flipping on this. It's got auto flipping in Expert, just like the X400. And those of you who have seen my review of the X400 know I like that. By just pulling on the stick, it'll do a flip. So let's try a barrel roll. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a acrobatic hexacopter. Touch and go. Hold on. Did I get any dirt in those gears? One thing I want to check. I haven't demonstrated yet. Let's bring it in again. I'm going to land it real quickly. What happens when you fly out of range? And also I want to, since I hit the ground there, I want to turn these. Always do this if you hit the ground. Oh, hear that? And see that? Got dirt in there. I'm going to have to open that pod probably. Okay. It's been freely enough. I'm going to clean it when I get home. But check them all one more time. Okay, they're doing okay. What I wanted to check, again, I want to land doing a grass cutter thing here, but I wanted to check what happens when you fly out of range. So let's fly it and turn off the transmitter and see what happens. Transmitter off, and it does shut down. That's what I want to make sure that it does. Okay, let's go back to flying this again, get some more flight time out of it. This battery's still good. This really is a cool hexacopter. I'm enjoying it actually. Going back to intermediate. Let's try flipping using the flip button. I keep forgetting to keep it close. Okay, go back to Expert. Now with Expert again, you got to be gentle with the controls to do the flip. But it does loops very nicely and rolls. So overall, I like this. Now with that 7.4 volt battery, this should have no problem at all lifting a camera. So future flights here, I'm going to demonstrate it lifting an 808. I don't know about a Mobius or a Rudcam. It might be possible actually with that amount of power distributed over six motors. It actually might not harm the motors because you got those two additional motors to lift it by 4 motors. So actually this is a buy. I like this. I believe Gearbest sent this to me. I hope I'm right. I'm sorry, I got quite a few sending them to me recently, but yeah, I like this. The MJX x600. Now this also comes, you can buy the camera pods for this separately, like the C4002 and the C4003 camera pods, or Z4005. C4005 is a Wi-Fi camera pod, and the C4002 is just a 2 megapixel camera. If you want, you can have remote control camera, in other words, with this quadcopter. You activate the camera by pressing the upper right button when the camera's attached. Instead of flipping, it'll be doing, it'll turn the camera on and off. Oh, I got to get a picture of this hexacopter with Owens Peak in the background. Let's try that again. Set it out and do an inboard run with Owens Peak. Yeah, this looks as cool as the DM007, except this thing can fly. The DM007 has problems flying. This has a lot of ability and a lot of power. Look, you know, the battery's not even tired yet. Let's go back to intermediate again. I haven't tried the range. Range does not seem to be a problem. I'm out at 100 meters easily right now. Boy, and it gets out there fast too. Yeah, this is a great one. Great hexacopter. Okay, I'm going upwind a bit, trying to range out. And a lot of battery power. That 7.4 volts really makes this thing buzz. Boy, it flies nice and smooth too. This would be a great camera bird. I gotta put an 808 on it. I gotta. It's fast. And that was going upwind. Let's try going downwind with the wind at its back. It's a fast hexie. Fast and powerful. That's the 2 words for this hex. Sleek, smooth, enjoyable flyer. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna have fun with this one. This will be my 808 bird. I got a feeling. It's a smooth flyer for the camera too, the way it's flying. And the lights still aren't blinking. How much flight time does this thing have? I know I've been flying for quite some time here. Boy, it flies far. Oh, this is a great one. This is a great one, folks. You're going to like this. Those of you who get this. This is the way a hexacopter should fly and should have been made. MJX did it right with this one. Okay, it's getting sluggish. Let's see if it's flat. The lights are flashing. No, the lights aren't flashing yet. I guess, but I'm guessing that the battery is getting weak by now. It's been flying for quite some time. There's Steve. Steve C. You haven't been back to my channel in a while. Where have you gone? Oh, I like flying this. I wish I brought my 808 with me. I could have strapped it on right now. I don't know what to say, folks. It's battery just don't want to quit. Maybe that's another big seller of this thing. Well, its yaw rate isn't really spectacular. This is intermediate. Let's go to expert. Doesn't seem to change. I guess that's the max yaw. That's the beginner's yaw rate. And intermediate and advanced yaw rate are about the same, which is this. That's the max yaw rate. But again, I think this was intended to be a camera bird. It's got the way it flies, it's just so smooth, and it's turning and everything. It'll do acrobatics, but yeah, those 2 extra pods with that 7.4 volt battery, I think are really intended to carry a camera. I think that's MJX's intent with this quadcopter, and carry it a good distance too, at 150 meters. It flies nice and smooth and stable. Okay, it's starting to get real sluggish, and there we go. That's the flight time of the MJX x600. Really cool hexacopter. I really like it. I hope you liked it too. That was a fun flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Again, MJX x600. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.